Comandante Marques.
Did you need something?
I wouldn't call them out on it, but I would definitely file it away.
All right then.
I just think I need to go all in.
Eita, os dois embaixo. Espaçoporto.
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding me.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
Dust off complete. Something bothering you, Andreja? Yes, actually. I am surprised you noticed. We're locking into orbit now.
You think I think. You zag, I zag. I
Comes
am
with
your
the territory, I
sidekick,
suppose.
your shadow, your
Care to
hate.
share your troubles? I am concerned with how the rest of Constellation perceives my presence. Regardless of how I present myself, I feel as though they're looking at me with disdain, rather than comradeship. Honestly, I think you're being a bit paranoid. Everyone I've spoken to has nothing but If that is truly the case, why do I often find myself excluded from other members' activities and gatherings? Having someone from House Varun among us is a new experience. I'm certain they're or if you even wish to be approached at all. Give them time, Andreja. They'll come around. I promise. Solid docking job there. Nice work.
I understand this station was once quite the luxurious place for UC military commanders.
Looking to lodge a
Based on
complaint?
what I see,
Then you want
I
UC
find that
security.
very hard to
Not-
believe.
Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform. So, what can I do for you?
E nem vou colocar também, pô.
Orlace. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him? A man? Living around Etheria. The gas giant. Only one ship like that I know of. Never docks. Doesn't respond to hails. They call it the Warlock. Maybe this Orlace of yours is the one piloting it. I can give you the coordinates to its last sighted location if you want. Just, well, you'll need to be careful. That part of Etheria's sky is an old debris field. Plenty dangerous. More than a few scrappers heading out never came back.
Ok.
Sure thing. Here. Go get your man.
Is
Yeah.
something amiss?
Hey, how's it going?
Docking seal released.
E aí, vamos aonde? Que isso, cara?
Endless boy, who is this you've brought me? More scrap for the field. Savor your last moments, moat. All systems. Shoot them down.
Que? Como assim?
Endless boy, who is this you've brought me? More scrap for the field. Savor your last moments, moat. All systems. Shoot them down. It was a mistake coming here. Your last. You will need to try harder. Know that you are nothing. No! No!
Hey, you need something?
Já era, então?
Yeah, what's up?
Jump complete. Normal propulsion
Attention,
restored.
unidentified vessel. You have no faction markings or registered manufacturer. Please maintain course while we scan you. Assuming scans even work on whatever it is you're flying.
Como assim?
All right, we're done.
The bright lights and reflections are almost enough to make you forget about those living down in the well.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please. Okay.
What is it?
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
A área 51?
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays? So he didn't come quietly then, as I suspected. I presume you have evidence of this. Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome. Of course, we're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
Ok. Eita. Diabos familiares.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Another day?
Eu tô rateando. Tem que ir direto. Sol. Sidônia. Ah, dá pra ir direto. Isso. Travado. Pelo amor de Deus. Vamos lá. Ixi, vamos ter que ir lá matar o cara de novo, quer ver? Ou não. Ah, beleza. Melhor ainda.
Why is it that my nose seems to itch only when I cannot remove my helmet to scratch it?
Better.
Captain, welcome back. I was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen? It should. You risked life and limb to earn it.
You've certainly earned it.
But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs. At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them. That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser? That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Oh, how? How exactly did you manage to find them? Miracle worker is more like it. Getting Kaiser back, that gives us... But if he's been out there on his own...
Tá, bora achar. Chega de conversa.
We've already made a lot of progress getting this place back online.
Hypothermia can set in quickly, and the effects can be deadly. We should keep that in mind.
The facility staff made short work of that. I know it's here somewhere. Here, Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly? A battlefield. On Nera? Oh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nera was destination #1 for xenoweapons during... Add to that general environmental devastation, and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world. But I think there's a place where you can start. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an... As good a place to start as any. And I'll make sure we're ready to put them to use as soon as...
Did you need something?
Vamos à neira, então. Eita, eita. Ah, tá.
Impossible to imagine what this looked like before the colony war. What a waste.
Esse aqui tava atirando em mim, cara.
You looking for advice on heading out into the fields? Jill's happy to oblige.
Agora que eu vi que eu tô com a vida baixa. E não tem kit.
It is good that something of value can come from those old mechs.
Hey! New model on the floor. Welcome to the one-of-a-kind. Refuge and rest home for the hardest scrappers anywhere. Name's Jill. Proprietor. Not here to make your fortune out in the fields then, huh? Suit yourself. But there's no bot named Kaiser around. Oh, unless you mean Captain Ahab? At least that's what we've all been calling him. No clue what his actual designation is, since he's got some sort of security protocol that prevents inquiries and general chit-chat. But
Então
he's
é
a
esse.
combat bot, right? Yeah, his white whale. Well, so, sounds like you've got to. You can wander around out there, hunting your bot, little. But knowing this rock is part of what we do here. Going rate's a little steep. Pleasure doing business with you. So,
Melhor.
last anyone heard of him, he was out near the Syracuse. Shipwreck about one of my roughnecks. Eyes open too. Sirens and ecliptic out there. And neither takes prisoners. Oh, and corpse retrieval is not included in this transaction? So now you know. Give Ahab a cut.
Bora.
So much time and effort into building these ships, and so quickly they come apart in the end.
Biological contaminant detected. Destroyed
This has certainly seen better days.
contamination. Eliminated. Password required. Voice controls unlocked.
Que isso?
To resume. Attempting to. Error. Power level insufficient. Battery required. Type microcell. Inquire at salvage yard.
Tá bom. O bicho tá morrendo.
Get you something? Ah, so heat leeches, wasn't it? Those little but a microcell. You could probably... So... Here's what I've got.
Ih. Vou pelo mais fácil.
Careful in the field, short-termer. Plenty of bodies out there that didn't come with the war.
Battery operational power levels restored. Analyzing. Residual damage detected. Impact shielding. Visual systems. Damage within acceptable limits. Thank you for your aid. I must resume my mission. Please step aside. Major Sanon will have to wait. I cannot leave my mission. Although previous attempts to disarm the weapon have been unsuccessful, additional support may allow me to complete my active mission more quickly, allowing me to leave this place. Excellent. We must disarm Unit XW-99. Designation Siren. Follow me.
Eita.
Mind your step. As you have no doubt witnessed, this region can be hazardous. Probable threat detected. Kill protocols active. New fault detected. Correcting.
Onde esse bicho vai, cara? Olha, tá loucão.
I am detecting Unit 99, but there is a complication. Unit 99 is on the other side of that reach. Sensors suggest Ecliptic, a mercenary company like Ecliptic. Standard procedure would be a frontal assault on the other.
Simple and straightforward. A good choice.
Moving out.
Pai, que eu vou ficar ali no chão, pá. Vou morrer. Cara, não tenho nada de vida pra tomar. Nem pra fazer nada. O negócio é esperar carregar e fazer devagar. O cara atirou igual. Nossa, eu vou aqui, legal. Que bichinho demorado de morrer, né? Não, eu não. Não atira em mim. Ai. Ô, cara, alguém carrega um kit aí, por favor.
Unit 99 service is now complete. Line, however, continues. Our work here is finished. Now, what is this mission you spoke of? Major Sanan is involved? A plague of terramorph attacks. That is disconcerting. You are docked at one of a kind. I will meet you there.
Ok. Mas antes eu vou achar um kit aqui.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets. I have things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time. I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
E aí, rapaz, ó.
They are dedicated in their cause. This is rare and admirable, I think. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being. Fun is not a consideration. I am not saying I am incapable of it, it just should never be a priority over other things. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it. Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea. I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents and their parents before them did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space. It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you. Ah, hello. You do not need to ask me. Goodbye. Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
What did you need? Indeed I do. All yours.
Eita.
So, yes. Goodbye.
Hey, it's always a good day when you come around.
How are you easing into things, Andrasia? Is our mutual acquaintance helping with the transition to this new way of life for you?
Yes, I would say that the proper adjustments are being made. The most difficult part has been acclimating to what you perceive.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air.
Customs. Interesting. Such as?
Let me think.
Oh,
Yes. Here's a particularly... After a person sneezes, someone invariably invokes the phrase, "bless you."
Vamos aonde?
We have arrived. I will meet you inside the facility.
That is a shame. I would like to have understood the specific etymology of those words.
Radiação. QG dos Diabos Vermelhos.
I can't believe it.
Major Sanon, Dr. Walker.
You're in better shape than I expected, Kaiser. Shouldn't take us long to get you back up to full fighting capacity.
This is good to hear. I was told there is a new threat on the horizon. I wish to learn more.
Percival will give you the full story.
Plus, get you dressed for the occasion.
Occasion? Where are we going?
Londinian.
Londinian. Doctor, I will require additional armaments.
Eita.
That's the plan. Come on.
Captain, you're with me. Time to walk you through what we came up with.
Ok.
So the problem we're up against is vast. Terramorphs, they can be anywhere. Meaning us finding and disposing of them ourselves isn't an option.
The temperature is unreasonably low here. We should not stay long.
Come on. I'll walk you through what we're thinking.
Robozão?
You remember that creature we talked about before you went to Nira? The thing that eats terramorphs, the Asylees? Apparently, they were bloodhounds for terramorphs. But when the UC ran low on synthetic foods during the Colony War, the Asylees were chosen to fill in the gaps. We thought they were harvested to extinction. But in the data, the research team found the location of a few remaining specimens. As you can see, what we're proposing is bringing them back. We'd breed populations of them, distribute them to human worlds, and then let nature take its course, using a method that thousands of years of adaptation have already perfected.
Caraca.
We could speed up their breeding process using some of the same technologies that were used to create me. We even think that with some time and investigation, we could use the Asylees' hunting skills to track down the terramorph transmission method at long last. Find out how humanity spread them and put an end to the terramorph problem definitively. I really think it could. Now, there is another option for removing the terramorphs from our worlds. It's faster, maybe even more efficient, but riskier. A microbe. Something we could aerosolize, let spread, and have it clean up anything with terramorph DNA for us, which would include morphs, and we expect their transmission method. It'd still take time to build, test, and distribute, but no other method could hold a candle to it when it comes to sheer efficiency. Not even the Asylees. Percival assures me that they're minimal. He'll be able to encode safeguards against mutation in the agent's genetics, so that they stick to the task of cleaning up terramorphs. But the microscopic world has a tendency to behave in ways you can't always predict. So to say there's zero risk would be a lie. Well, that's still not 100%. But it sounds like the Vanguard will actually be picking up a fair bit of it. But there's no sense in hammering down those sorts of details before we've made a Well, so that's tricky. Both plans are going to take major investments in time and resources. We're talking years of work, not to mention some highly specialized materials. Terramorph cell lines we can breed quickly and consistently to test on. Asylees' gene samples we can use to rebuild their bloodlines. Or sharpen our microbes' tracking skills. Not the sort of things any labs just got lying around. But we think we found a lead. One place in the known galaxy where we know we should be able to find all the materials we need. All paths lead to Londinian. Exactly what I was hoping to hear. Now, the UC has a small operating base on Londinian's outskirts. We're cleared for access, but we'll need to check in with the base commander, Sarah Hatoum, when we touch down. I'm gonna help Percival and Kaiser prep, but once that's done, we'll rendezvous. But you need to know, Londinian? It belongs to the Terramorphs. They'll have anti-Xeno gear for us at the base, but I'd make sure you've got your favorite arms on hand.
Ok. O que tem de novo aí, cara?
I sincerely hope there is adequate security for this facility.
Goddamn. You romanticize a place when you're away from it for long enough, but I forgot what a dust-crusted pit Mars can be. Now you, what do you need? Oh, that's you then. Don't much care for Vanguard. But sounds like you two really... My sister's kids live in the city, so, thank you for what you did there. Yeah, they both came through okay. One science division, other's an artist. Effectively useless human beings that would have had no reason to be anywhere near the fighting. Still, would hate to... Now, what was it you needed? If anyone can... And I'll make sure that... No more reliable hardware in the...
Pensei que ele ia me dar alguma coisa, mas pelo jeito não. Que isso, cara? O cara tem só os filé aí. E onde fica Lond... Ah, não, foi Centauri? Ah, não. Tolimã.
This world is off limits. You were advised to jump to safe harbor immediately. Let me check my logs. All right, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
Ok. Ousar.
Landing site locked. Take us in.
I have heard of Londinian. Anyone who has spent time in United Colonies space has, of course. Now I understand why the stories persist.
You! Inside the barriers! Double time! You with the Xeno unit?
Acho que é aqui, né?
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Simon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you. As does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinian is one of the most dangerous places. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock, except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, do we understand each other? Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your... Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Sealy's plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there.
Okay.
Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our... All right. Head over to the armory and...
É claro que eu vou pegar o equipamento, né? Hard target.
Give him one for me, all right?
Eu não equipei a mochilinha. Ah, tá maneiro, hein? E a arminha também, né?
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily...
All set on your gear? Then let's get...
E aí, me disse que bugou.
Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh,
Huh.
you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Gonna take more than that!
Ah, todo mundo na porta não tá, né, velho?
Non-fatal injury sustained. You'll have to try again.
You die today. Can't hope to win. I believe we are not alone. Looks like the last of them. No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Kaiser, we close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Eita. isso, cara? Quantia de coisa aqui. Ai. Que isso? Ah, é aqui, ó.
You won't be leaving here alive.
Eita. E aí, cara?
Protocols active. Over here. Please. Time of death. Rapidly approaching.
Surrounded. All around. No way out.
O bicho é a vida toda transparente, mano.
What is this, a new surprise? Let's see how quickly it can die. Armor integrity.
There it is! Open fire!
Are you prepared to die?
There's one right there! Kill it!
Caraca.
Error. Hull damaged.
Put down your weapon. We just want to be friends.
They're going to eat you alive.
Oh! Need a moment to walk that off?
bring it. Cannot end. Like this.
Oh, glória. Meu Deus do céu.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser, and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I'm not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Then we've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. A real marvel.
Então tá bom.
All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm? What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain, are you seeing this?
Que a planta cagou um bicho, meu.
Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
But heat leeches infest every settlement, every corner of the settled systems. That means that every single one... Oh no.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform.
Vixe.
We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. I am sincerely inclined to agree, but current evidence suggests nature manages it just fine. The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up? But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it!
We may proceed.
Go!
Pegar como?
Combat procedures activated. It will take more than that. Damage sustained. Systems damaged. Rerouting power. Flee while you can.
Opa! 36.
Get to the bottom of this. Percival, Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just... Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks.
I wonder where they could have gotten such an idea, deploying alien life forms as weapons.
I wouldn't be shocked to find out our team, in part, inspired the approach, but our group never dealt with something that could have an effect like this. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test, someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just
luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks. I think someone planned them to set all this in motion. They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise.
Roger that.
Isso aí.
Get us in.
The entrance is this. I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Area reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And we do that... Ah, Captain. I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Sanon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, The trips that closed off the sewers after my evaluation. They're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties? Yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. Hey, Victus. He destroyed this place. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep... Yes. Exact. But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. Only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant. Right. Settle. Kaiser, try it now.
Unlock successful.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled. What the hell? Is that the sample? My God, concentrate fire! Shoot! Shoot!
It's got me! It's got me! Where are you?
Come on then. We have collecting to do. You cannot beat me. That sound. What is that?
That thing is putting out some kind of signal. Raiders lighten up. I think you're due for some company.
Here they come along the path to end their living days at last.
New fault detected. Correcting.
I'm hit.
Here! I'm over here! Oh God! Please don't let me die!
The signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures, I think I can nullify it. But I'm gonna need some help. There should be some radar equipment powered up now around the port. You get those online, and I'll relay my signal through there. Connection received. Broadcasting signal.
This is useless. You've already lost.
Look, it's working. But the thralls, they're attacking the anomaly. Percival, are you doing this?
That's not me. I'm just nulling out the frequency. Null signal online.
We freed them,
Down your
and they're
weapons.
helping us.
We just want to be friends.
I've still got more capacity. Get to the next dish.
It's working.
One more dish, and I should be able to shut it down completely.
Oh God! Here they come!
No signal at full power. That should be the end of its connection to its thralls. Now hit it with everything you've got.
It's here! It's here! Hide! Do it now!
Non-fatal injury sustained. You'll have to try again.
The thralls. They're not coming after us. I guess?
Yes, back to
I guess we should grab that sample while we can. Good. Now just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Viagem rápida.
Look at all of you. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything? Ah, best place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an... That's putting it lightly.
But it's clear someone knows about the plant and realized... Captain, we need to get these samples back to the lab and verify. But in the interim, do you think you could look into what we uncovered? See if you can turn up any information.
If it were me, I'd start at the scene of the...
Thank you, Captain. Once you've finished your investigation, we'll meet you outside the cabinet chamber. They're gonna want to hear this. Take care of yourself.
Eita. Vamos para Nova Atlântida.
I think I prefer the wild planets to this city. At least there, the predators are easier to...
Yes, you need me? Yes, of course. I have never been surrounded. It has been a very... There are worlds beyond. Honestly, so many. I do enjoy combat. You have given me something. I hope that wasn't... Very good.
Distrito DAMC.
What is it?
personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no? Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau Ceti, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. You can be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You. There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. You're being honored only because I arranged the situations where it could happen. Be grateful. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orleza's role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlez and Orlez alone.
No.
After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Though we needn't be enemies, you and I. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the horizon. If you do the right thing.
E eu vou.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Entregar tudo, rapaz.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Asylees are both as effective against heat leech.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with it. I already sent along info to the Cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find any leads on who might have committed the attack?
That seems unlikely, considering he's been dust for about 20 years.
I'm sure the Captain just misspoke. Right? If you said my father was still alive and using Terramorphs as weapons, I might think it's time for a psych eval. So we just misheard you, right? No, that's impossible. He's gone. My father is dead.
The colony war butcher lives, unfortunately.
That's about the understatement of the century. A couple of choice four-letter words came to mind for me.
Alive. Ve Victus is alive? How did you find him? Wait. You knew he was alive? You were sworn to... You swore. You were just doing your duty, weren't you? Yeah, I guess I, of all people, should know. Doesn't mean I'm not mad. But I guess you... Now at least we can inform the cabinet and let them deal with it. Exactly. The people he harmed just... But now... Now I guess we... Any last things we needed to discuss? This might be our last opportunity to talk things through. And here we go.
Isso aí.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using Terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays? It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use Terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Vixe.
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sinon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
It just transformed. A Terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this, and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vevictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately. I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not...
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
The first step in a bold new future.
Bolder, better, and brighter. Well, I need to write that one down for later.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it.
Tanto que me pague.
There's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Então tá.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
Legado forjado.
Yes? All right, then.
I think I got them. What do you call them?
Informed us of your new status. Congratulations on making Class 1.
Another day, another credit.
So, what's the point?
Something to report?
I do hope you are enjoying. All of our signature dishes are unique. Enjoy the rest of your day. There is simply no peril. The Dawn's Roost represents the highest quality. Anyone who has sampled our offer. Thank you for coming in.
Nice cooker.
My old man in forever.
That movie was epic.
Definitely better than the last Interceptor.
I'm going
She
to
turned
watch
him down.
Return of the
She
Interceptor
apparently signed on to
again
do
tomorrow.
some
It's so
Shakespeare
good.
film. King Lear, I think.
How many damned versions of Shakespeare do we need? I mean, after Kincaid's King Lear, why bother, right?
Huh? You have hidden depths, my friend.
Last stop, Apollo.
My favorite.
And we can afford it. Mercury is much cheaper.
Got the
So many
mortgage
of
approval
we've seen
signed and ready
7
before
apartments
I-
so far.
Apollo's
The
got the
apartments
best
are all
view of the city.
bleeding. We've seen
And it's
7
closer.
apartments
I can't
so far.
believe we're
Like by 30
finally
feet.
buying our own place.
Power, prestige. Have it all.
Eita.
Shayla would be 40 now.
You gotta let her go.
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
Então tá bom então. Valeu.